talk about
Right.
because the validity of these tests could be
I
compromised.
understand that. I can't tell you how I came to 185. It was either her telling me it was 185 or off her driver's license telling me 185. I don't know.
Do you remember before she began the walk and turn test? I couldn't make it out exactly, but she said something about her thighs touch as she walks. Do you remember that?
Squishy legs?
Squishy legs, yeah.
I think that's what she said she had.
Okay. She said that, and we heard that on video, I believe.
I think she
right?
said it once or twice.
On November 7th, 2020, Chassidy Brock was driving home on a rural road in Hardin County, Kentucky, when she saw blue lights in her mirror. A state trooper walked up to her window, told her she was impaired, pulled her out of the car, and put her through a set of roadside sobriety tests. 12 minutes later, she was in handcuffs. Her truck was on the side of the road. Her dog was still in the back seat. And the trooper who arrested her had no body camera. No close-up footage of the tests he ran. No recording of the clues he says he saw. Just a dash cam 20 feet away and his word for everything else. The trooper's name is James Cameron Wright, Kentucky State Police. And this DUI is the least of what he has done. Between 2019 and 2024, Wright was involved in 13 separate incidents of excessive force. He kicked a handcuffed man in the head. He tased a man face down on the ground with his hands behind his back, on camera. In 2025, a federal grand jury indicted him. He pleaded guilty to deprivation of rights and to perjury, lying under oath. The same oath he swore the night he put Chassidy Brock in handcuffs. Brock was charged with DUI first offense in the Hardin County District Court. Her attorney, Larry Forman, took the case to a jury trial before Judge Natalie White.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you please state your name?
Trooper James Cameron Wright,
And where are you employed?
Kentucky State Police, Post 4, Elizabethtown.
Okay. What's your job there?
Road unit, trooper, work the road basically.
How long have you been in law enforcement?
4 years.
Has all of that been with the state police?
Yes.
Okay. Talk to me a little bit. Well, tell me first, where are you from?
I'm from Elizabethtown,
Okay.
born and raised.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about what does it take to become a police officer?
Well, you got to meet certain qualifications. I know for us, you've got to complete a 6-month academy, pass background checks, polygraph test, physical fitness test, and an entry written exam.
Now, were you working for the Kentucky State Police in Elizabethtown on November 7th of 2020 at about 6:30 in the evening?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you have reason that date to make contact with Ms. Chassidy Brock?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you identify her, please?
Yes, she's right there next to her counsel.
Okay. All right. So, and now you have had a chance to review the in-car video that you provided to us, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we're going to get to that in a second, but tell me about what happens when you first make contact with her after you pull her over and she stops her car.
So when I go to pull her over, we start going over to the right side of the road actually, and she actually puts on her left turn signal, which I thought was odd. But when she pulls over to the right, make contact with her, I noticed slurred speech. I even asked her if she has any speech impediments, and she told me she did not, so she doesn't have a list. Smelled the odor of alcoholic beverages coming from inside the vehicle, asked her if she'd been drinking. She said she had not. And then when I confronted her about the odor of alcoholic beverages, then she backtracked, and then she told me, yeah, I had one drink.
Now, when you approached the vehicle, was she wearing a seatbelt?
No, ma'am.
And did she admit to you that she wasn't wearing a seatbelt?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you ask her to see proof of insurance?
Yes, I did.
And tell me about that.
I had asked her a couple times for it, but she only produced insurance I believe is valid in 2017.
Okay,
She was
so
nearly 4 years old at the time.
she couldn't provide current proof of insurance.
Correct.
If I could get that video. Hold up, please.
Be honest with me, okay, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to ask you one more time. How much have you had to drink tonight?
I had a drink on the way down here.
Okay. Let me ask you another question.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any type of speech impediments? Anything
No,
like that?
no, sir, I don't.
You're slurring the words very badly. Okay. Is it just one drink?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Judging off your slurred speech, or... Okay. seatbelt? You weren't
Yes,
wearing it,
sir.
you weren't wearing it when I came up?
No, sir, I was not.
Okay. Let me see your insurance, please.
Okay.
Is this the only insurance card in the vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's nearly 4 years old.
Well,
2017.
I mean, I know it's insured. I mean,
I don't know.
okay, what can I do?
Walk back to the front of my car.
Yes, sir.
Do you take medications?
I do.
What kind of medications do you take?
I just take Wellbutrin, I take levothyroxine, I take, it's just for my thyroid.
Okay, you have a pain medication?
No, sir, I don't.
Okay. You have narcotics?
No, sir, I don't.
What I want you to do is put your butt face in my car.
Okay?
Okay? You're going to put your feet together.
Yes?
Step over to your right. Just right there, okay? You're going to place your feet together and keep your arms out to the side.
Yes, sir.
All right? Hold that position until I tell you to begin.
Yes, sir.
Okay? All you're going to do now is you're going to tip my finger and your eyes open.
Yes, sir.
Nothing else. Do you have any issues with your eyes?
No, I don't.
Watch what is happening in this video. The trooper is moving his finger in front of this woman's eyes, looking for involuntary twitching. The same test you have seen in every DUI case on this channel. He positioned her with her back to his cruiser. But look at what is flashing behind her. His blue strobe lights are on. They never went off. And that matters, because strobe lights can cause something called optokinetic nystagmus, involuntary eye movement that looks exactly like impairment. It is the same thing the test is designed to detect. The trooper had a switch in his cruiser that would have turned those lights off in 1 second. He left them on. His own training manual warns about this. The defense attorney knows, and he is about to make him admit every word of this on the stand.
Still smell this odor of alcohol beverages coming off you. It's strong. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So, you are going to be under arrest for DUI. You ever had a DUI before?
About 20-something years ago.
Okay. I need you to place your hands together like a friend. Okay? Nothing illegal on your person?
No.
Thank you.
Trooper Wright, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
I just have some follow-up questions for you with respect to the events that transpired on November 7th of 2020 with Ms. Chassidy Brock. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, first things first, I think one of my most burning questions about this whole interaction when I first got this case, this is 7.5, give or take, months since the start of the pandemic, correct?
I'm not sure when it actually started, but probably,
Around March, does that sound
Yeah,
about
that
right,
sounds
of 2020?
Right.
And this is November
Yes.
of 2020.
Yes, sir.
Even the booking photo that was passed around that the jurors got to see of Ms. Brock that evening, even she has a mask kind of hanging off her neck,
Right.
right? You were not wearing a mask that night.
Correct.
I know it's kind of hard to imagine it being August 31st in 2022 today, in the tail ends of summer, but on November 7th, it was pretty cold that night, was it not?
I couldn't tell you the temperature. She was dressed warm. I was dressed in my winter uniform, so.
You're saying that Ms. Brock was dressed warm?
She was dressed as if it was warm. She was in shorts and a t-shirt.
Dressed as if
Kentucky
it was
weather,
warm.
you never know.
Okay, I'm sorry, I misheard you. She was dressed
She was dressed as if it was
warm.
warm. I was dressed in my winter uniform.
You were dressed in your winter uniform?
Per policy, yes.
Okay. Is that why the long sleeves?
Right.
Did you give her an opportunity to get a jacket or anything?
No.
November 7th, cold enough for this trooper to put on his winter uniform. Long sleeves, full gear, and Chassidy Brock is standing on the side of a dark rural road in shorts and a t-shirt, performing balance tests for a man who did not ask her one question. Are you cold? Do you need a jacket? There is one in the car. Do you want it? Nothing. He did not ask. He did not offer. He did not note the temperature in his report. These tests measure balance and coordination. Cold affects both. A person shivering on asphalt in November is not the same person in a warm room in daylight. But the trooper did not see a person. He saw a subject. He recorded every clue her body gave him, and never once asked if the cold was causing them.
There was a lot of discussion during your direct examination about standardized field sobriety testing, right?
Yes.
And you talked about how important it is to follow the training promulgated by what we like to call in the profession NHTSA, but it actually stands for, it's the NHTSA, the National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration, right?
Yes.
There's a book, a very, very thick one of all the, you remember that book?
I do, yes.
You had to go through that book and then another book when you went through ARIDE, the Advanced Roadside Impairment Detection Enforcement, right?
Correct.
So you kind of revisit that training, right? Before you take ARIDE, you have to make sure that you know the standardized field sobriety testing back and forth, like the back of your hand, right?
It's like a refresher, yeah.
But they won't let you into ARIDE unless you can show your medal with the standardized field sobriety testing, would they?
I think that's right, yeah. At the very beginning.
Does that ring a bell?
I think that rings a bell, yeah. It's like I said, it's been 3 or 4 years since I've taken the course, so.
No, that's fair. I just want to clarify for the ladies and gentlemen
Yeah,
of the jury.
there's like an entry thing to it that you have to be at a certain standard, I would say, what they call it.
Okay. And one of the things that the National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration manual promulgates, as they have it written down in how you are trained, certain individuals should not be administered standardized field sobriety testing. Is that correct?
What do you mean by certain individuals? Like,
People over the age of 65, for example, correct?
I believe the manual says that the results are skewed a little bit if they're over 65. Doesn't mean you cannot put them through field sobriety, but they're not, I would say they're as reliable.
So the results could be compromised, I believe is what the manual says. Does that ring a bell?
I don't know the exact word, but I know that they're not as concrete, I would say, as if 20, 30-year-old person.
Not as reliable, using a word that you
Yeah,
said.
that'd be.
I believe the language in the manual, and please correct me if I'm wrong, I read it a while back. There's a section that says, if the standardized field sobriety tests are not performed in accordance with the standards in this manual, the results of the tests may be compromised. Does that ring a bell?
If you're telling me that's what it says, then I'll take your word for it. I can't correct you because I don't know the exact
Okay,
language.
all right, fair enough. But we both agree that it's, if not that language, the reliability is put into question of the results of the tests,
That's
of
fair.
course, right?
That's fair.
And one of this group of individuals that should not be administered these tests because the results may be compromised is anybody that is 50 or more pounds overweight. Do you remember that?
I remember there is something in there about weight. Yeah. I just don't know those specifics on that.
He does not know the specifics. That is what this trooper just said about his own training manual. The manual that governs every sobriety test he gives, every arrest he makes, every time he stands in a courtroom and asks a jury to trust his judgment. The manual says, in writing, do not use these tests on anyone 50 or more pounds overweight. The results may be compromised. Chassidy Brock is 5'1", 185 pounds. She falls into that category. And before the walk and turn even started, she told the trooper on camera that she has what she called squishy legs. Her thighs touch when she walks. He heard her. He did not stop. He did not note it. He scored her 7 out of 8. And when the defense attorney asked him about the manual's warning, his answer was, I remember there was something about weight. I just do not know the specifics. This is the man asking a jury to convict based on his training, and he cannot tell them what his training says.
How tall and how much did Ms. Brock weigh on November 7th, 2020, the night of her arrest? Do you remember?
I'd have to look at the citation to look at her statistics on there.
Would it refresh your recollection if I showed you a copy of the citation?
More than likely.
If I may approach, Your Honor?
Yes,
I have a submit you a copy, but.
that's fine.
This is the two-page copy of the citation of Ms. Brock on the night of her arrest, correct?
Yes.
This is the copy we received from the Commonwealth. It's not as polished as the Commonwealth's copy, since they kind of squished 2 pages together under one, the 2 pages of your citation. Can you find on there, I believe it's on the top right-hand side, her height and her weight? And could you tell us what that is to the jury?
I'm just going off how I see it on here. It looks like it's 5'8", 5'8", 155.
That's right.
5'8", 150. Mine's more clear over there.
And I apologize, my copy is just a little, there we go. This is much more legible. Thank you.
5'5", 185.
Did you say 5'5",
5'5",
185?
185. Yes, sir.
Okay, if I may approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
Does that refresh your recollection of that night?
I mean, I don't really try to look too much into someone's weight, but if that's what it was, then that's what it was.
I'm not asking if you tried to insult Ms. Brock or not. I'm simply asking you, did you follow procedure when you filled out the citation, you filled out the details of her height and weight, yes or no?
The citation would either be correlating with what she's told me she weighs or what her driver's license would say.
Okay,
I'm not just making up a weight and putting it on there, if that makes sense.
I would sure hope not.
It's kind of awkward to ask, especially a woman about the way.
I understand,
I don't
and it's something we have to talk about
Right.
because the validity of these tests could be
I
compromised.
understand that. I can't tell you how I came to 185. It was either her telling me it was 185 or off her driver's license telling me 185. I don't know.
Do you remember before she began the walk and turn test, I couldn't make it out exactly, but she said something about her thighs touch as she walks. Do you remember that?
Squishy legs?
Squishy legs? Yeah.
I think that's what she said she had.
Okay. She said that, and we heard that on video, I believe.
I think she
right?
said it once or twice, yeah.
Okay. Now let's back up a little bit. So you testified today that at some point, and I don't want to be putting words in your mouth, so I'm going to refer to your citation, and please stop me if at any point I am incorrect. You said that you observed causing oncoming traffic to stop in the middle of the road.
Yes.
Where was that on video?
I don't know if the video captured it or not, but the traffic that was coming initially after I pulled out on her was the traffic that had to slow down to a stop.
So your video camera did not capture that incident, correct?
I guess correct, yeah.
This trooper told the jury that Chassidy Brock's driving was so dangerous that oncoming traffic had to stop in the middle of the road to avoid her. That is one of the most serious things an officer can say about a driver. It turns a weaving violation into a near miss. It makes a DUI sound like someone almost died. And the defense attorney just asked him one question. Where is it on the video? The trooper's own dash camera was rolling from the moment he pulled onto that road. It captured the weaving. It captured the rumble strips. It captured the stop. But the one moment that makes Chassidy Brock sound the most dangerous, the moment other drivers had to slam their brakes to avoid her, is nowhere on it. The camera was right there, and it saw nothing.
When you asked Ms. Brock to exit her vehicle, okay, let's go back a little bit. After you stopped her, you asked her out of the vehicle, correct?
Yes, sir.
She got out of the vehicle with no issues whatsoever.
Yes, sir.
She didn't stumble.
No, sir.
She didn't fall.
No, sir.
She didn't lean on the car for balance.
My car, yes, but not initially.
While getting out.
Yeah,
While getting out.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just focus on this one little snippet, okay? That's all I'm
I just
talking
want to make
about.
sure we're still talking about just getting out.
Just talking about getting out of the car. I'm not talking about the whole picture,
Okay, gotcha.
okay? She didn't fall.
Nope.
She didn't trip
No, sir.
She didn't have to like catch herself or anything?
No, sir.
She didn't lean on the car door as she was getting out?
No, sir.
And she walked over to the front of your cruiser where you asked her to stop,
Yes.
where you're going to be administering the standardized field sobriety tests,
Yes.
correct? Okay. One of the first questions you asked her was, have you been drinking? And at first she said no, right?
Yes.
And then you got a little bit more confrontational with her because you said, look, I can smell it, right? So be honest with me, tell me how much have you had to drink, right? Do you remember that?
Yes.
And then she told you, yes, I had one drink, correct?
Yes.
And she said that at least 3 or 4 times during the interaction. From the moment she finally admitted the one drink, she repeated that as we heard in the video throughout several times, correct?
Like up until the end of the video, essentially?
Yes.
Yes.
You also asked her if she takes any type of medications.
Yes.
And one of the answers she gave you, she said, I take thyroid medication, and she listed them. Well, I think Wellbutrin was one of them. And then you asked a follow-up question. You said, do you take any opioids or narcotics? Do you remember that question?
Opiates, yeah, and the Wellbutrin is a central nervous system depressant. It's like an anxiety medication. It's not a thyroid medication.
Okay. When you asked her if she takes any opioids or narcotics, she said no, correct?
Correct.
After you administered the standardized field sobriety tests, and she was placed under arrest, there was a moment where you asked her to give you the phone number of her aunt. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And she recites it to you from memory.
Well, she gave me her number first. Then she gave me a number.
First she gave you her number, because
Yes.
she wasn't sure what you were asking, right?
I don't know what she was thinking.
Fair enough. And then she gave you her aunt's number,
Yes, and Betty.
with whom you spoke to on the phone.
Yes.
The video that we watched is the dash camera video of your police cruiser in this case, correct?
Yes, sir.
You do not wear a body camera.
We do not have body cameras, so no, I do not.
You did not wear a body camera that night.
Kentucky State Police does not have body cameras. I have like an audio pack that goes on my belt, which is why you can hear me outside the car. But we have no dash cam or body cameras. Does that make sense?
It does. I guess what I'm asking is, because I don't want you to speculate on the stand, because you know your testimony is under oath, right?
Yes.
And you can tell us with absolute 100% certainty of all, how many posts do we have in Kentucky? 12, 13?
16.
16, thank you. 16 posts. How many troopers is that? Do you know?
Pretty understaffed. I would say around 700, 800 maybe.
700, 800 active Kentucky State Police troopers.
At the moment, yeah.
At the moment.
I'd say about around 700. Well, road units, maybe less.
What about in November of 2020, since I want to talk about the date of
Judge,
the incident?
objection to relevancy.
Well, Your Honor, he has testified that Kentucky State Police troopers do not wear body cams. I just want to make sure if he's speculating or if he actually knows for a fact that every single of these 700, 800 troopers does not have a body camera, personally.
I think that still is irrelevant to, the question is, did he have one that day? And he's obviously said he did not have one. But we have in-car video, and that's it. I think that's answered the question appropriately.
I think it is asked and answered. I think we can move on.
I'll move on, Your Honor. Thank you. You said that you had your blue strobe lights going at the time that you administered the horizontal gaze nystagmus. Am I remembering that correctly?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a switch in your cruiser that would turn those lights off?
Yes.
There it is. The trooper just confirmed under oath that he had a switch to kill the strobe lights. One switch, 1 second, and the single biggest contamination risk to his eye test disappears. He did not flip it. He left those lights flashing behind the woman whose eyes he was testing for involuntary movement. His own training manual, the same manual he says he cannot remember the specifics of, warns that strobes cause the exact eye response this test is designed to detect. He knew the risk. He had the fix. He chose not to use it. 6 clues on that test, and the jury will never know how many of them came from alcohol and how many came from blue lights flashing in the dark.
What happens if you flip that switch into the off position?
Then my blue lights go off.
You could have done that in this case, and you did not do that, correct?
Yes, but I'm not turning my blue lights off on the side of the road. That's not safe.
Let's talk about the post-arrest arrival at the jail. Since you testified that you did not have a body camera, and we have not received any video after this current video has stopped, I imagine that there is no video preservation of your interaction with the registered nurse, Courtney.
I don't know if the jail has video.
Okay. Were you present in the room when Ms. Brock's blood was drawn from her vein?
With 100% certainty, I can't tell you if I was or not. I'm 99 times out of 100 I am.
But in this case,
I couldn't tell you with 100% certainty. No,
so you don't remember?
I don't recall, no.
You don't recall whether or not you were present when Ms. Brock's blood was taken?
Correct.
Did you bring the blood kit to the jail nurse?
Yes.
Or did she have a kit of her own?
No, we supply the blood kits. I keep them in the trunk, and that's just where I get them from my trunk, and I take them inside.
And there are portions on this blood kit, since it's being used for official government purposes, right? And there are certain lines that you fill out. Does this look familiar, officer? Or, excuse me, Trooper Wright?
Can I move over there?
Yeah, please, if you would, come on so you can read it. Can you all see this? I know it's a little small.
Yes.
Does that, do you recognize, is this your handwriting? This is your handwriting on the left in the black pen. Scroll down a little bit. I wanted to ascertain the top of it because it doesn't all fit on one screen. So you see where it says date blood was drawn. We have the date of the incident at the top, right, November 7th of 2020 at 6:33. The county is Hardin. Again, we have the investigating officer, department, which is Kentucky State Police, the facility where it was drawn, HCDC, what does that stand for?
Hardin County Detention Center.
The jail.
Yes.
Drawn by Courtney.
Yes.
Case, or this is the citation number for this particular citation that you drafted in this case, right? You did not write that, so I'm not going to ask you a question about it. I got some information redacted here for privacy purposes. And then you have to check the appropriate blocks, right?
Yes, sir.
What are you testing for? Alcohol and drug screens specified,
Yes.
right? And then we have something called a chain of possession,
Yes.
and that is completely blank.
Yes.
The defense attorney just put the blood kit on the screen for the jury. This is the official government document, the one that is supposed to track every hand that touches the evidence from the moment it leaves a person's vein to the moment it reaches the lab. Who drew it, who held it, who sealed it, who transported it. Chain of possession. It is the backbone of every blood test in every courtroom in this country. And on this form for this case, that section is completely blank. No names, no signatures, no timestamps, nothing. And the trooper who sealed the kit and dropped it in a mailbox just told this court he cannot say with 100% certainty whether he was even in the room when the blood was drawn. This is the evidence the Commonwealth is asking 12 people to convict on. A blood result with no chain of custody, taken by a nurse no one can confirm was supervised, sealed by a trooper who does not remember being there.
Were you the one to put the vials back into the box, or was it Courtney?
I do. I seal it up and everything, yes.
So you touch the vials as you put them into the box?
No, the nurse usually lays them in the styrofoam container, and then I just put the lid on top and then seal it and then put it in the bag.
Okay.
I try not to touch the vials just because usually there's blood or some type of cleaning solution or something on there.
Okay. After you seal it, is there special tape that goes over to make sure that the package doesn't open in transit?
Yes, where I put JW 511, that seals on both sides and it keeps it from opening up.
And then you drop it in the mailbox?
Yes, sir.
That's all the questions I have. Your Honor.
Thank you. Do you have any follow-up? Ms. Weir?
No, Your Honor, not. No, Your Honor, not at this time.
Okay, sir, you may step down, and we are going to take a break.
Chassidy Brock was charged with DUI based on sobriety tests that should not have been given to her. An eye test run under flashing lights the trooper could have turned off, and a blood draw with no chain of custody. She did it in shorts on a cold November night while the trooper wore his winter uniform. She got out of her car without stumbling. She recited her aunt's phone number from memory. And the most dangerous moment the trooper described, oncoming traffic stopping to avoid her, does not exist on his own camera. But here is what no one in that courtroom knew. Trooper James Cameron Wright was not just writing DUI citations on the side of the road. Between September 2019 and June 2024, a window that includes the night he arrested Chassidy Brock, federal court documents reveal 13 separate incidents where he used excessive force. In March 2025, a federal grand jury indicted him, and he pleaded guilty to 2 counts of deprivation of rights under color of law and to 1 count of perjury. Perjury, lying under oath, the same oath he took every time he sat in a witness chair and told a jury what he saw. So the question this case leaves behind is not about 1 DUI on a dark road in Hardin County. It is this: how many times did this trooper raise his right hand and swear to tell the truth? How many juries took him at his word? And how many convictions are still standing tonight on the sworn testimony of a man who pleaded guilty to perjury in federal court?